hello. It's Factorio. That's what we're doing. Ho ho ho. He partied too hard, you see. What am I doing on Gleba? Why am I on Gleba? What good ever came of Gleba? Actually, look at all this good stuff coming from Gleba. Alright, that's pretty good. It's a lot of LDS coming from Gleba. Factorio. Factorio. Oh gosh, immediately things are blowing up. Okay, it's fine. Novice. Man, remember Novice? We used to live there. That's weird. It's fine. How is everybody? Hello. Welcome. We're playing Factorio tonight. Not for too much longer. We are nearing the end of Factorio, if you can believe it. We're getting close. Figured out a good foundry layout to supply all of these elements here. Except for the rockets. Wait a second. How am I getting the rockets? Oh, crud. I forgot the rockets. We'll figure out the rockets. How do we get the rockets? Explosives and TNT. Okay, the rockets are gonna be difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. GG. Alright, where are we? What are we doing here? What is happening? Gleba is glebbing. Aquilo, I think we got all our railguns that we wanted. They're somewhere around here. 3. Yeah, we got like 3 and 3. Did I put them on PB&J? 3 of them are on PB&J, and the other 3 will be on PB&J. And then Fulgora, we had some hacking out a handful of modules for quality. Because reasons, I don't really remember what we're doing there. Vulcanus is just doing its own thing and has been for some time. Oh, are we getting legend? Oh, nice, nice. Dove is working on the good. Oh, Dove is working on the good beacons. Oh, he's got a loop. Okay. Got a loop. That makes sense. Cool. Nice. Boy, a lot of things must be getting launched right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. All right, Star Molsk. We're going to add in a symbol on that for the solar system edge, just so we remember that that's what Star Molsk is all about. Because I don't really know what Vanilla Yoshi Mechanics is doing. It's just hanging out above Fulgora for some reason. 7A Flag 3 is there doing things. But Star Molsk needs some serious work. It needs... Okay, hang on. That's something it needs. Germdove 3 is our Gleba vehicle. It's not picking up stack inserters. Hi, Germdove.
Hello, Dobbs.
I'm going to make Germdove 3 pick up some stack inserters from Gleba. And then I'm going to make Novice request those stack inserters from Gleba. Somehow.
With the thingy. Constant Combinator.
Oh, is that where we're putting our requests?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if I can find where that is. Over here. Okay. I'm going to change the name of this logistics group. Uh-oh, here we go. Here goes the bit rate, everybody. Hold. Hold. No, there we go. Bitrate is dead now. Oh, what is this? Novice. It's fine. We're going to change this to be novice requests. And it does request 4.8 thousand stack inserters, apparently, so we're fine. So I want to make sure Star Molsk does not... Okay, yeah, it is not dropping off, dropping off things. Cool. So we've got 3 good ones, right? We should put those front and center where possible. A bit of right.
Oh yeah, let me think about what else we're gonna need for...
Mm-hmm.
Surely you want some legendary foundries.
I mean, if we've got them to spare, it sure wouldn't hurt.
That's what they're there for.
Unfortunately, they're not on Novice, as far as I know.
No, they're on Vulcanus.
Yeah, that's gonna be... I don't know if Star Molsk should, like, take a tour and grab all the best stuff. After you take over this solar system, is there another one? So we can always start a new game. We will not, because we're responsible adults.
I mean, some of us.
But there is a post game. The victory condition is if you can get a ship here through this very difficult space route, if you can actually get it out here, you win. Which is to say, you get a victory splash screen and it says good job and maybe you get an achievement. There's post game of this route here. There's nothing at the end of it. There's no goal at the end of it, but just being on this route, this is filled with very big asteroids, and some of them have a special resource in them if you break them apart. So the idea is you send a ship out here a little ways to grab some of that and bring it back, and you can use that resource for some... Not even any actual technology. It just makes upgrading things cheaper in the long run. Mods. I don't know which mods, if any, have been updated for 2.0. I don't even know if you have to update mods for 2.0 or if it's backwards compatible. So we'll simply start a new game.
Is.
What's that?
Squeak Through is.
Squeak Through has been updated for 2.0. That's wonderful. Actually, can I like look at mod? No, I can't. Oh, no, I can only look at mod settings, but I can't browse the mods from within game unless I go to the website. See, I would be really curious if space exploration got overhauled. I don't think it will ever get overhauled for 2.0, but it would be great if it did. Because that's what this entire DLC is based on, is the mod space exploration. The guy who made that mod made this DLC. Okay. I mean, okay, it's chewing this. This is fine. This is fine. One place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Wow, who used the alert for the sound effect?
That's the soundboard. It was just on the soundboard right there. That's incredible. Let's see here. What is an... Let me see. Overhaul mods for 2.0. Void block. Oh, great.
That sounds...
Oh, it's exactly what you think. Mod starts you off on an empty world. Vast void of ocean with nothing but a void shed. A building capable of elementary void crafting. Okay, so it is basically like Skyblock. There was a 1.0 overhaul mod called C-Block, which was based on maybe Bob and Angel's mods, when someone realized that, hey, wait a second, you can get everything out of like just stone if you're really patient. Then all the stuff in this mod could be made from stone technically. and then someone just basically added a very simple recipe of getting a little bit of stone from water, and then they just give you a block in the middle of the ocean, and it's awful apparently. Like you cannot reasonably play it without a mod that lets you fast forward.
Oh,
It's
okay.
that bad. Like you would be waiting for hours. Let's see here. What else is there? I know someone did do a new planet mod, doing an undersea planet where you do, I think, pneumatic science. But it's just an extension to Space Age, which is interesting. I like that. Oh, and there's a similar one that overhauls Gleba to be aquatic, but like more of an archipelago. So not like underwater.
So we could play on multi-world.
Yay!
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Okay. So the mods that I have played, I've done space exploration. I did not get far because Space Age made the actually pretty good balanced decision of reducing the cost of rockets. Space exploration does not. So launching a rocket really does take 50 times as much materials, as much as a vanilla rocket, I think. It's awful. It's very slow to start, and then it just continues being slow. Industrial Revolution was really good. It adds some really cool kind of pipe mechanics where everything at least in the early game is steam powered. So it's kind of like Aquilo in that you have to kind of build around pipes, and you're forced to kind of do things in weird ways that you're not used to. Very cool. That's Industrial Revolution 3. Were there any other like actual good overhaul mods I did? Oh no. Oh no. Someone made a mod that lets you place everything off grid. Oh, that's bad. Hang on, let me pull that up on stream. Let's just take a look at that. Now that is how you make a main bus. That looks honestly great. No notes. Oh no. Diagonal undergrounds as a result.
Hmm.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Like just slightly lateral. Oh, pipes look great. Rails look super good. Okay, wow. I don't want to look at that anymore. Hey, Slavic. Yeah, that's pretty terrible looking. Yeah, there's not a lot of overhaul mods for 2.0 yet. Okay, so the big one in 1.1, and maybe this one is available in 2.0, is Pionodons. I'm never going to, never. Like, that's a early game lasts for hundreds of hours. It's extremely complex. That's super expert. Let's see. Yeah, there's space exploration, which I don't know if we're ever gonna really see it bumped up to 2.0. Factorio, I think the first attempt I did at space exploration, I paired it with Factorio because I had heard that's a pretty fun complete overhaul to try out. It was it was a lot of fun. If you catch my drift.
Fun in the way that losing is fun in Dwarf Fortress.
Exactly. A very Dwarf Fortress fun was had. Do we not have speed 3s on Novice?
I would be surprised if we did.
Are we importing Carbide to Novice at all?
It should be.
Okay, so we could make them, but maybe we don't have enough materials for it. We need... Okay, we got orange science. Let's get some orange science going. We got a little bit of a buffer of orange. There we go. Maybe I should just focus on making... on getting Starmolsk ready to just travel a little ways, at least. Just even a little bit around is good. Yeah, seriously. Not having bots is, boy, it really is like, you just lose out on such a basic functionality when you don't have bots available. Okay. So we are... Right, I was gonna work on somewhere. Where was I doing this? Oh, right, on not physically there, but I was gonna do it around here. Is work on a quick little quality recycler for making asteroid collectors. Did I make a blueprint that I can use for my single player world?
Oh, I was gonna do crushers.
That's also good. I guess for now we'll use a standard asteroid collector just to start getting some materials up here. Because gosh, we do need it.
Oh, I should probably save some legendary beacons, huh?
Oh, that would be nice. Would not mind some legendary beacons. Were you recycling legendary beacons?
I was telling it to recycle any that it might have made.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't made any yet, though.
That makes sense, yeah.
Beacons are just something that's handy for turning a bunch of red chips into higher qualities.
Oh, I mean, having a few would be nice. Just having some would be wonderful. Okay, let's see here. We could scoot this down a bit to make room for the iron and explosives. This also needs explosives, okay. But yeah, we do need to get some iron and explosives in here. So if we take this... Oh, I don't want to move... Alright, moving this. Oops. Sorry, moving this much. Just to get it out of the way for now. Let's take everything from here to here. Dang it. It auto-saved right as I was doing a cut.
Electric.
Dang it, I can't grab this because... There we go. Alright, this should work. Cut that. Same setup, but bring it 2 down. See, imagine if you had to do that by hand. It'd be awful. And imagine having to do it on land instead of in space where it just happens on its own. Okay, so that's fine, and then we'll use blue inserters to pull in the iron and explosives. Now this is going to be a little bit of a mess. I need iron going one way and explosives going the other way. Explosives are probably going to come from this side. I've got steel and copper wire set up to come on this belt here. Yeah, steel on one side, copper wire on the other. That's going to come down here and get split. And then explosives need to be on this belt and this outer belt here. So we will probably split before we get to that point to make sure that we have a dedicated line that's always making it through. Would prefer not to be feeding all our explosives into railgun ammo and having nothing left over for the explosive rockets. That would be bad. That would be a little bad. What's the distance on a green underground? Could it fit through here? Nope. That was very wishful thinking. Okay, but if we do this, now I can fit it through. Ah, ha 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 ha. Oh, now I can fit it through with reds. Even better. A little sneaky setup here to get the explosives to there. And somehow we got to leave room for the asteroid chunks to be getting through here as well, because that's going to be... Asteroid chunk processing is probably going to be somewhere over... here, right below the cargo. Very excited for all the new planets and the quality game. Quality has been difficult to get established.
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing it a different way, because I've been starting with regular intermediates for everything. I'm gonna see if I can try and like build up quality on every step of the way.
I saw some people having very good results by doing what's the recipe? The asteroid chunk reprocessing.
It probably works out. So I tried it.
Yeah.
And it gave me some, but I think I need higher quality modules first.
Yeah, yeah. Snail ship is going to be amazing. Star Molsk is getting ugly in a good way. I see no problems here. I foresee no issues. Yeah, no notes. So somehow we need explosions. How does this need to happen? Where's this going? That's going nowhere. Get that out of here. Okay, so I need to split between the ones that are going out here. So, what does that look like? What does that look like? That versus this. Okay, I'm making a bit of a mess here. In the best possible way, of course. All in the interest of getting things squeezed in as tightly as possible. There we go. So that's explosions going in this way. Somewhere in here, explosions come in. Half of them go to turrets, rocket turrets, and half of them go to railgun ammo. Making them is going to be annoying, because that you need the, what do you need? Sulfur to make the, you need sulfur and carbon to make the coal. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Let's use some belt weaving, maybe, to get the chunks out of here. These turbo These turbos are great for this. I love them. You can just dip under so much stuff. Boom, all the way out here. 3 pairs of undergrounds, and we're already all the way over here. Okay. Oh, did you guys know that the asteroid collectors get more internal storage with higher tier? Niche. Can't see it being particularly useful, but you know, every little bit helps up here in space. All right, so we take all of the asteroids, and now we have to do some logistics with that. We could have a whole system here for reprocessing and fishing out the ones we need. That's not a terrible idea. We need... Oh, geez. Let's see here. Let me use some of these labels, and let me tell this not to request these right now. No. Wait. Dang it. Don't send them back. Don't send them back. Oh man. Okay, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna send. Okay, I can use these. That was dumb. Okay, so iron. We want iron over here. We want copper over here. And we want some, but not all, of our calcite over here. All right, we're just going to use these as little comments. Meanwhile, chemical plants. Any tips for working toward your first rocket launch in space age? Did you do vanilla, like regular old 1.0, 1.1 Factorio? Because if you were able to launch a rocket in 1.0, they made it significantly cheaper. Like 20 times cheaper. Okay, well that's one thing to note, is it used to take like 500... No, it took 1,000 rocket fuel, 1,000 LDS, and 1,000 rocket control units. And now it takes 50 rocket fuel, 50 LDS, and 50 blue chips. That's it. The first rocket is... They basically give it to you for free. One thing I do recommend... I think... I don't remember exactly how the tech tree lines this up. Prod modules... I can relate, yeah. Prod modules are super good. Even a level 1 is helpful. If you throw in a whole set of level 2, then that is... Wait, is that right? No, that's not actually correct. Hang on. That is 6%. 24% bonus productivity. Which means you only need 80% as much product to launch every rocket. It takes a little more power to keep it running, and it takes a little bit longer to actually load the progress bar up, but the number of resources going in will be cut by about 20% with just prod 2s in there, which is just... That's not a whole lot of red and blue chips, honestly. That's like 20 blue chips, which... Admittedly, as cheap as rockets are now, it might be cheaper to go without and maybe just go with the prod 1s, but you're going to be launching more than one rocket, even for your first platform. So I say make the investment and get some prod modules in there. Same thing for science. Productivity stacks on science research so that you get more research points per bottle of science. And that's like the big thing that your factory is usually producing. Like each bottle of science, discounting red and green, like yellow and purple science are expensive. So if you can get more tech research per bottle, that saves you a lot. All right. Chemical plants are going to need calcite. They're going to need iron. Wait, not that. Don't do that research. Or that. Not do this one. And this other one. So we also need carbon. Yeah. Prod modules early is good. You can't get prod 3s before launch anymore, though. Prod 1 is a red and green science, and it's cheap. It's only 50 each. Prod 2... Oh, no. Prod 2, they lock it behind space. They lock it behind space science now. Ooh. Well, aren't they clever? Okay, it's got to be prod 1s to start with then. Which those are super cheap. 5 greens, 5 reds. Just make 4 of those modules. 20 circuits each. Not even any blue chips. How do you make explosions? Coal, sulfur, water. How do you make coal? Sulfur, carbon, water. All right, and then ice is going to be somewhere in here. Let's get. Can I move these anywhere more convenient? There we go. It's a little better. Just get them out of the way for a little bit. We're gonna be stuck with these solar panels for a bit because I don't think getting the fusion reactors over here is gonna take some time. And then we actually need to get the fuel cells loaded up. Okay, so this is what we want here. And I assume we want the explosions being made over here. And that's the only thing we need over here. What else do we make on platforms? I don't even remember. What are we making with all this stuff? Water. Water, fuel, and weapons. Is that literally all it takes? Like, we don't need anything else. Well, then I feel like we've got plenty of room here. It's just going to be a numbers game of making sure we have enough resources for everything. Partially just resources stocked up. There we go. Get some asteroids ready. Yeah, so maybe power happens over here. Somewhere. Here. Rockets. They're thrusters. Thrusters. Let's get some thrusters going. What design are we using for thrusters today? Do we want to go straight shot here? How many thrusters do we feel like we need? There's a question. Seven? 7 feels like that's plenty.
I mean, with the speed that Starmos is going to have.
It's big, though. It is a lot wider, so it's going to require more thrust. Well, that's not going to work, actually. There we go. That's the ticket.
This setup feels silly.
You got a silly setup going on.
Yeah, because I'm casting pipes and gears and then immediately recycling them and turning them into pipes and gears again, if they're not quality.
I mean, are you doing that on Vulcanus? Because if so, if it's infinite, I don't think it matters. Can you flip the outputs? Yeah. No, they don't let you flip the outputs on this, which is reasonable from a balance perspective. It would be very boring if you could just make a straight line of these and be done with it. I like that they make it require at least a little interesting decision making. Okay, and I do need to leave room for the things, the pumps, because we're probably going to want to do that. We're probably going to want to go pump meta. Oh, let's go 2 tanks. Let's go 2 tanks. Who's gonna stop us? Three tanks?
Can you get Spidertrons on the space platform?
I don't think you're allowed to. Let me check. Hang on. Spidertron can't be built on this surface. The gravity is too low. I don't think this game understands the gravity of the situation here. We need Spidertron. I'm gonna go 2 chemical plants for fuel and oxidizer. Go a little crazy here. All right, so you need iron, you need carbon. You both need calcite. Per second is very low. We could even throw productivity modules or speed modules on here and be looking really good. So, what is this going to look like? Oh, and water. We got to make sure we're getting water in here. That does complicate things. We can do underground pipes for water. We have tons of room for this, so that's fine. We can have a nice water setup up here. I like being able to leave lots of breathing room for this stuff. We can go with a blue inserter because we could probably go for yellow, but we're not gonna go that crazy. Oh man, so I went to the British shop the other day. Don't me. It was a place that specialized in British foods. It was a very cultural store with cutouts of a phone booth and of the Queen. I'm not kidding. And they had, you know how you got the classic like live, laugh, love cursive wooden letters on the wall. They had wanker, tosser. I was like, whoa. Nobody here's gonna know what's going on. It's great. Yeah, so that was interesting. And yeah, I got the Twiglets. I reached out to Dupu's Discord and asked them, what do I get? I'm at the British store. I'm at Soup. What do I get?
They're out of view.
They he recommended the Twiglets. I did not care for the Twiglets. It was I think a family-owned store. It was very small. perhaps about the size of the room I'm in right now. Slightly larger. Barely larger. The twiglets were not very good. No, I only got 2 things. And I stopped myself at the first 2 things Dupu recommended, which were twiglets and cup noodles. Specifically, mushroom and chicken. Chicken and mushroom. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe I'll do that on stream. Maybe I'll have a chicken and mushroom taste testing. What is a twiglet?
Chicken and mushroom pot
I wish
noodle.
I knew. It was so looking at it, just looking at the picture on the box, I was expecting something very much like a pretzel stick. Like I was expecting like a little bit of a crunch and some saltiness. Let me get a picture of some twiglets up. Show me twiglets. Show me twiglets. Let's pull the twiglets up. Put that up on the screen here. There they are. These are twiglets. Just looking at the way they were on the box, I was like, all right, it's kind of like a pretzel stick, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's a little bit lighter, like baked a bit differently. So maybe it'll be a bit buttery, perhaps. You know, a little bit of a buttery, salty treat of some sort. No, it was dry. It was like eating peanut shells. Would not recommend. I do not recommend the twiglets. Dupu. Cab's already tipped your hand. I know that nobody actually likes twiglets. I'm gonna try the pot noodles this week. Is it peanut shells? I actually have not ever had Vegemite. I'd always consider that more of an Australian thing. I don't know. I feel like you're really back. Oh, okay, all right. The official slogan.
That is true.
That's, you know what? I appreciate the honesty. To thy own self be true. Now, if Twiglets could get behind that, then we'd be in business. Where am I going to put all this? All right, let's move these out of the way. Again, just moving things to deal with them later. All right, this is where the iron ore goes. This is where iron ore goes. This is where copper ore goes. And the copper, there doesn't need to be nearly as much of it. Calcite goes in the middle. And that's accessible. Oh, you need calcite too, don't you? Okay. Calcite and copper on the same line because we don't need as much. Because we're only making copper wire. Very popular, but is horrible. Great. I'm seeing a trend.
We have a lot of stuff like that in America.
You know what? Yeah. Now I want to think of something like really controversial to pick. Whoa! No! You don't talk bad. You don't talk bad about that. What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't like Domino's pizza? Pepperami. See, that sounds like something I could get behind. That sounds salty, savory, maybe a little chewy. Twiglets are good. Do they have any walls? You know what? I didn't see a lot of cheese. They had a very small refrigerator section. Like they had 3 like convenience store refrigerators in there, just up on one wall. Just very haphazardly stuffed over there. It's a very bizarre place. A little bit of Monty Python memorabilia. Beatles memorabilia. No Austin Powers. No Austin Powers memorabilia. It's weird. I thought he was like a cultural icon or something. Black licorice. Ugh. Ugh. what are you signing? What are you signing at, Dupu? What's all the sign about? What's going on there? Huh? Huh? Okay, we're gonna need... This is without the speed modules. The speed modules... Speed 3... Speed 3 is a lot of speed already. Like, that's gonna double it. And we got 4 of these. So, expect, like, we're gonna be needing 50 iron ore per second. Groovy, baby. Oh, behave. So what does that push out? Not a lot of iron per second. You can module these. You can module them with productivity even. Noted. What kind of design are we going to use here? Are we just going to do a sushi belt for... Is that what we want? Do we want to do a sushi belt for the chunks? Like, that works pretty well, I feel like. You know?
Yeah, I've been pretty happy with sushi belting pretty much everything on the...
Just a nice chunk storage unit here. Did they have a large T section? It was actually not huge. Not huge. I mean, maybe there was some specialty types.
Yeah, specialty.
No, just mostly like the noodles surprised me. I was like, come on, they're not gonna have pot noodles. They're not gonna have just pot. How different can that be? Like, I got the feeling that this was both a store for like expats and people living abroad that wanted a taste of home, and for us backwards folks in the South to gawk at the funny British foods. Like, it was a combination of that. So I was thinking, like, pot noodles, that's got to be way too niche. But no, it was like, that's the exact thing Dupu said, and the exact flavor Dupu said. What is going on? What is going on in London? So whatever. There it is. But tea was too niche, yeah. Let's see here. Put it on the inside aisle and then do a little shimmy. Do a little shimmy and shake over here to reconfigure everything into a sorted blob. There we go. I don't know how many crushers we're gonna need. I'm gonna leave room for a bunch here. What do we got here? Room for 12? That actually feels maybe about right for what we're looking at. Consider PB&J. How many crushers does that have? 15. 15! Oh. Admittedly, a lot of them are not running most of the time, but I would not have expected 15. Okay. Well, now I'm rethinking how many we need.
Yeah, they're not that... You don't need that many of them.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing on PB&J. I'm crushing basically everything all in one central location.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I am too.
Other designs, you could crush things in one specific spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as they're needed.
Right.
And I've done that.
I mean, I like Central Spot because it's easier to visually see, like, okay, this is the area where we do the smelting. This is the area where we do the weapons. This is the area where we do the fuel. it makes it a lot easier.
I guess really on no, I guess PB&J is not centralized anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
That crushes everything where it needs to be crushed.
I'm gonna try central. The nice thing about centralizing is you can just dump out the spares, the chunks that don't get used very easily. Just plop them back on.
Well, I mean, I think 4 of those crushers are just turning unused chunks into chunks that are needed.
I am going to have some reprocessing ready. For now, I'm just going to go like this. You know what I could do is wrap one more row around. All right, hold on. Let's cut out. Let's make it room for 20 crushers. I didn't really see a whole lot in there that was like, oh my goodness, what is that doing there? It was just sensible stuff. It all made sense. There's no way we're going to be getting enough iron throughput here, but we'll see. We'll see. So what I can do is like this. That leaves me room for another crusher. And that leaves me room for this loop. Right? Okay. Oh, actually, I can go even smaller than that. I can move this over by 1. Boom, like that. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense to me, and that's the important thing. So the idea is that each crusher can deposit onto the central location here when it needs to. And then it'll pop out this way into whatever place it needs to be used. And we'll join up the ones that are the same thing, I guess, somehow. Like ores going onto one spot. Carbon and sulfur and ice and calcite. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to deal with here and not a lot of space. Space. Do we... Ugh. All right. First off, do we assume each crusher is specialized? Do we assume that any given line is only going to be dealing with one recipe, such as I'm only going to expect ore to come out on this line, never calcite, never ice? That makes backup, like the lines backing up with the wrong product, something we just don't ever have to deal with, which is nice. Because there's not a lot of room to work with over here like this. Carbon and sulfur. Ice and calcite over here, let's say. Well, just ice over here. Let's just have an ice melter. Wonder what's going on Gleba, where I am right now at this moment. Probably all good things. Nothing bad. Nothing bad ever happens in Gleba. Because it would be very easy for me just to like send this whole blob down on one turbo belt and just say whatever we get here, we'll sort it out over here and then just be done with it. You know? Wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't be awful.
I need LDS and steel. Gosh.
Isn't that just always the case? All right, let's do it. Let's just do that. And let's not let's bulk insert out. Blacklist. Asteroid chunks. No asteroid chunks allowed. There we go. 20 crushers. Seems like plenty. And then we filter.
What if I imported higher quality plastic to use in LDS production?
Yeah. You know. So that's what I was seeing ages ago. Fluid ingredients aren't counted in production.
Yeah.
So if you're building LDS in a foundry, you can make it with just plastic. So it will inherit the quality of the plastic. Maybe even upcycle with some quality. And then recycle it back down into the steel and copper and plastic.
Yeah.
We did just get like 2 extra levels of LDS productivity, I think. We got a lot of green backed up right now. Let's get some green on the board. Plastic makes sense since we're looking at that now. I want more asteroid productivity, actually. I think that would be very handy to have. And then we'll chew through some orange science after that. All right. Filter. Brain cell. All right. Give me the iron ore on the. No, let's start with the. Let's go to the right first, and sell it to give me. Let's do it like this. Give me the carbon to the right. Carbon, sulfur, ice, calcite, iron, copper.
Oh, that's a weird hotkey.
What?
In remote view, up and down arrow change what planet surface you're looking at.
Oh. How about the, you know what? Okay, I could see it. I mean, you're usually using WASD for movement, so why not? Calcite. Copper, and then iron finally. Iron should be the only other thing that gets through here. There should be nothing coming out at the end. Like that should cover everything. No chunks happening. Okay. Here's the terrible thing. I need to make sure we're not getting backlogged on any of this. Does sulfuric acid have qualities? No. Liquid does not have quality at all. Which that makes it a lot easier for recipes that are heavy on liquids. For instance, as we just thought about just moments ago, there's an alternate recipe for LDS where you cast it in a foundry using just plastic as a solid ingredient and then liquid iron, liquid copper, which means you can make high quality LDS from just high quality plastic. That's pretty cool. Of course, getting high quality plastic, that's its own puzzle. Like, how are you going to do that? You really got to use high quality coal. How are you going to get high quality coal? High quality carbon. How are you going to get high quality carbon? Asteroid reprocessing, maybe. High quality spoilage. Wait, what if? What if? Hang on. Hang on. Wait, doesn't spoilage recycle into spoilage?
Does it?
I think so.
There's already quality spoilage on Clever.
There is. All right, infinite quality plastic. Here we come. No, I think, yeah, it kind of just recycles away, similar to iron plates. Well, Turtle, don't you know the whole point of this game is to get a ship to the edge of the solar system, and so we've worked very hard to get a ship worthy of passage to the edge of the solar system, and it's a bit of a mess here with all this stuff going on. But you know what? I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. It's really coming together. It's really taken shape. Very round shape. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great. We're making it work. Really, really, really hate it. Oh man, yeah, just like Dupu hates 6. Yeah, man. I know how this works. Okay, so what I want is I want to set up a system that basically says what? Do I want overflow protection on everything here? I could do that actually. That would not be hard. Like if we get more than a belt backlog on any of these items, just dump it overboard. Prioritize right, and then just dump the excess overboard. We could do that very easily. It all makes sense. It's all coming together. Ice. Calcite. Copper. And then iron should just be... go that way. Alright, so for the most part, carbon's going this way, but excess carbon is going overboard. Okay, this is a little bit silly looking, but this will be our overflow dumping system right here. Boom. Easy as that. We'll even put up some splitters here to make it dump faster if we need to. Because we might need to. Alright, there you go. That's the excess dump.
Hey.
Huh?
What?
Huh? Carbon over there, carbon up there eventually. Sulfur, pretty much just up there. Oops, I meant that to be... next up is ice. Well, the only thing we have to do with ice is melt it. Nothing else to be done with ice. So we'll set up a nice little ice melting zone. Do something with that. Ba, 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 ba.
That's my least favorite level from Sonic the Hedgehog.
The ice melting zone. Classic. Because we need, okay, we need some of the water for the fuel and some of it for explosives.
Oh yeah, did that finish?
You have a thing that's finishing? Things have been weirdly quiet. Ooh, I'm almost using all the production from the solar setup, and nothing is happening on board. It's not a great sign for getting this thing off the ground. Once it gets going, though, it's gonna be great. Just gonna.
Turns out I was requesting the wrong thing.
Oh no!
And they don't fit inside the artillery guns.
Did you get tank shells?
No, I was requesting artillery wagons.
Fire!
Yeah, there they come.
Sounds great, honestly. I see no problems here. Alright, need a little bit of iron. Little bit of iron for this. Okay. Calcite down there. Glad we got all these turbo belts saved up for this. They're really coming in handy.
I haven't seen any other color belt. Well, no, that's not true because I've been using cursed turbo and express belt weaving.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so that is the iron for the oxidizer. And the final piece is the calcite for the fuel.
What is Germdove 5?
There it is. There's Germdove 5. I don't know. I don't know. I vaguely remember making one like, we need something to do this and this and this. And then I just plopped one up and then completely forgot about it. I have no idea what it was going to be for.
Okay.
So it's just for the next thing we need a thing for. Calcite. Calcite. We need calcite for a few different things here. Alright, first of all, foistable. Okay, good. It's a little bit better. A little bit more something I can work with. Boy, those bugs just aren't stopping, huh? Oh no. They took out Jimmy. They took out Jimmy.
They're probably going to be a little more inky now that we're actively shooting nests.
Oh, because we got the. Did we get the artillery? Oh, yeah. They're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like that one bit. It's useful for keeping them out of the pollution cloud, but.
Oh, that's okay.
Huh?
The range on some of these is not what I had expected, but that's fine. The manual targeting is still.
Oh, it's good. Manual targeting range is huge. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. This is still a little bit of a nightmare, just the look of it, but it works. Really, the only reason it is going to be a nightmare is because of the overflow, and I'm trying to keep it kind of compact. The overflow prevention is very important to make sure we don't get too much of one thing. I'll probably do some kind of circuit magic to specify to the system that we don't always want to use the advanced recipes. Like if we start getting too much copper and not enough iron, that'll be pretty straightforward to just, toggle it to, just don't do that anymore. Just do the straight up iron setup. All right, the calcite. That was our problem, is how do we get this calcite where we need it to be? Because we need it in a lot of places. All right, so we want some calcite here.
Oh, this hurts my head.
The belt readers are very nice, yeah. They're very good.
Well, I guess I need more of this, don't I?
Always. That is the way. Okay. All right. So that's our calcite, iron. I'm going to leave these as kind of like comments in the code. Like, this is what is coming out here. That's actually very useful. All right, so calcite splits onto the bottom half of the belt. Continues to grow forever. And I don't think we need calcite for anything else, right? No, just the melting. So the rest of this calcite is gonna jump back around here. We're gonna spaghetti back over. And we have some calcite going there, and some going on this belt with the copper. Do I program for work? I do. Yes. Guilty. That is a very Factorio thing, is to be a professional programmer. Factorio players be like, I'm actually excited about work tomorrow because I spent the last 2 working days on this one really dumb bug, and I was just staring at rows and rows of log data like, how did this happen? How did this happen? The code says, make sure this doesn't happen. How did it happen? And just like going through all these different tables, like what in the world? And then in the last 15 minutes, Friday afternoon, right before logging out, I'm like, there it is. There's the little bit of code that did this. It's been costing me like half a week of my life. It's a very amazing feeling. It's what makes programming doable. Because if it weren't for that, it would just be pain all the time. It's that vindication, like, I know this isn't doing what I think it's doing. I know it's not. All right, that is fuel done. Let's get iron and copper next. Copper comes out here and then to here. So I want copper and calcite over here. Oh, yes.
Okay, plastic.
But once you get it, it's so good. Okay, there's copper and calcite to the edge there. Meanwhile, I need iron going here, iron going there, iron going everywhere.
I need coal for plastic.
Yes, legendary coal. Nat King coal. Half there, half here. Underground that. Okay. It's a little messy. The little, what are these called? Display panels. The display panels are actually helping a bit. They're making it a lot easier for me to keep track of what's going where. All right, that's all the iron, all the copper, all the calcite accounted for. All that's left is the carbon and sulfur, which are heading up here. So let's take advantage of this little bit of extra space here. Oh, look at, oh, yep. Okay. That's good. That fits quite snugly. And you know, if we bring this down a little bit, then we could fit a nice blob of these right here. All right. And that leaves me more room for this mess, whatever this is going to end up being. Let's get a tank for the water. I think a tank for the water would be good here. You never know. It's like, we don't have to make the trip to the solar system edge regularly. If we can just get this thing to run one time, like we could just stock this whole platform with bullets and railgun ammo and never build a single one on this platform. And that would win us the game. But it would feel like a cheesy strategy. A bit of a cheesy gordita crunch.
I have 12 of these times 3.
I need to change these out. No, do I? No. Well, yeah. Yeah. Let's swap these. Carbon on the bottom line. So the explosions only need sulfur, and then the coal. Carbon only needs to be used to make the coal. So sulfur on the inside track makes more sense, so the explosions can be closer to the railgun ammo. Yeah. We can make all the explosions down here. We don't have to cart. It makes more sense to have a long line of explosives than to have a long line of carbon and sulfur, is my take. It's my hot take. Okay. Plan here is to have 4 speed 3 modules. So that is triple the speed here. And there are 12 of these, so 36 times whatever we see here. We need perhaps 3.6 explosives per second. It's quite a lot of this. So 0.6, so let's say 7 of these, or more accurately, we're just going to module some stuff. Which is going to be 1.8 coal, so 3 of these. I guess that's about right. What is that? Oh, a pipeline has been overextended. I was like, I've never seen this. Oh no,
Yeah.
the pipeline.
It's fine.
Oh,
I'm building it out, so
no.
as
It can't handle it. What is this even going? Oh, it's light oil.
No, it's not.
Oh, never mind. I don't know what it is.
Petroleum.
It's petroleum. Oh, those don't line up. Those don't connect. Okay. It's petroleum, everybody. How's science? Science is great right now. We've been holding steady at 200, only 200 science per... Why only 200? I thought we were doing 500 earlier. What's up with that? Uh-oh. We got a little bit of a problem here. Yeah, we're playing around with it. It works out all right. Why is there only spoilage on the... Okay, there is some spoilage down here as well. I like it. I think it works well. There we go. Do we have... Ooh, yeah, we got 51 more. Okay. Let's go ahead and make an upgrade planner then. To go from Prod 3 regular to Prod 3 uncommon for all of these. 70. Okay, it's not going to be able to get all of them, but we'll get what we can. Yeah, this whole top line had spoiled science. Sulfur and carbon. It's a lot of carbon. But very doable, very doable. And then sulfur also needs to be used there. So we're going to want to split it somewhere. And then run the explosives out. Maybe on the same, maybe on a single line. Let's do it like this. Let's run water here. Let's run a single input, single output. Let's join... We're done with carbon, right? That's all we need the carbon for. Yeah, it's just to make the coal. Good. So let's take some of the sulfur. Do a little T-junction here, pour that on, get coal out, and then we're almost immediately taking that coal out with sulfur and water again. And a lot of it this time around. It's a lot more. I think it was kind of later that we did it. Our old base was just bus. And this is our first rocket setup right here. Like, you can still see the old buffer chests that are not even on the network. We had a massive... You can see these old wooden power lines. There was a mine here, and then a huge smelting array that was being fed by all these different lines here, all the way across. This is our first mall right here. We still have it. Our little assembler ones. Making belts. Oh yeah, because that's where our first power plant was, which grew and grew and grew. So yeah, we had a nice little mini setup here. our bus.
We still haven't really switched to city blocks.
No, we're not fully on city blocks yet. My single player world is almost fully on city blocks, except for the mall. I still have the remnants of my original bus to make the ingredients for my bot run mall. I don't know why. I need to just rip the band-aid off at some point. Do we have... How do we not have speed 3 modules here? Gosh. It would be nice to get those on the science, just so we can churn through the science a little bit faster. It really only matters for the ag science, or bioscience. Oh geez, this is not looking great. Does this have any filters on it? No. I need to get this. I need to find a better way to get the spoilage out of here.
Trash unrequested.
Trash unrequested. That's it. Thank you. And then they're just going to continue to fill up our yellow chest with that. Hooray.
Well, don't we have a thing that gets rid of it if it's over a certain... I'm sure we do.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we do have a requester chest for spoilage over here. It's only requesting 200 at a time, so maybe I'll bump that up to 20,000.
Well, look at the inserter.
Look at it go.
No, I mean the inserter settings.
Oh no, there's nothing.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, there are. There's an enable disable. Well, look at that. All right. I was looking at the filters instead for some reason. What is this doing? Why are we planting trees? Never tried city blocks. How are you managing trains? We're trying the new generic interrupts. And I don't know if we've been having any troubles with it, but all the trains have a straightforward setup, which is go to a generic pickup, which we've got these pickup stations that are all basically lined up the exact same on every block. Just go to any available pickup spot, and then interrupt, drop off. When you have cargo, go to the related cargo drop. So if you have coal, go to a coal drop spot. Which does mean occasionally you get cases like, oh, well, I've got green chips and there is no green chip drop currently available. Then just wait there until there is, and that's fine. You're not holding anybody up by doing that. The way we're managing whether or not stations are available is I've got this mess of circuit conditions that basically says, read what's in the chest, compare it with the stack size of that item so that we can count how many train loads do you have here, and then set the train limit equal to that. So in this case, 3. Set the train limit to 3 and never exceed 3. The reason I've got like a maximum on it is because there's not enough room for more than 3 trains with the size of our trains here. For these city blocks, if you get more than 3 trains, you're sticking out into the roundabouts, and that's awful. And then the pickup stations are and then the drop-off stations are very similar. It's basically count how much room is left in the boxes, and then divide that by how much one train load would fill up to figure out how many trains you can request. I like it okay. I've refined it a little bit over the years, but it still just doesn't quite do everything I want in as compact a method as I would want. I think one thing that would be nice is a little light indicator, like some just little lights that flash to show like how many trains are coming versus going, that kind of thing. The ideas are flowing. It works. The setup works. I think it's a lot of fun. Okay, that's good. And then we can get rid of this. Make more room for the dynamite. Okay, so we got coal coming onto that line. We're probably going to module this so we don't actually need this many. Let's actually flip these and get the water. From... Oh, let's do this. Let's do this, this, this. I guess we don't really need all those undergrounds since I can do this. Okay, you know what? The undergrounds were done. Get rid of those. Make it cleaner. Make it more readable. Readability is important here. We also need to pull in sulfur. Ah, so the coal is only going to be on the top side of this. So let's do this. Sulfur on the bottom. Simple as that. And there is our explosives. Done. And that goes right up to here. Oh, look at all this room we have left. That's great. Is this everything? Is this everything? This leaves us plenty of room for circuit condition setups. I think that's all the power we're going to need. Let's set some of these up. I don't know how many... I don't know how many of these we're going to need, actually. So I'm going to leave plenty of room while we figure that out. Oops. Okay. Some of these inserters, I'm wondering if I should replace them with yellow inserters. Just, I don't imagine that would eat up power at all. Like, all of these blue inserters are eating up 26 kilowatts. The beacons just sitting there are 4 megawatts, and they're not even on. Oh wait, they don't have an off, do they? They just always are running full power. Okay, well, still. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's begin. Let's make sure this works. We should be seeing ice and calcite here. Good. Good. Iron and copper. Mostly iron. Chunks are getting divided up properly. Hey, good. We're back up to 500 science per minute. Like it. Oh, I do actually have some yellow inserters that I could use. Not that I care that much. I totally don't care. All right, and we're making fuel. Iron is backing up pretty good on this side. Not a surprise there. Oh, because we're waiting. No, because we're hitting low power already. All right. This probably will not help a ton. Get that back. All right, we're waiting on the calcite to get over here. And there's one calcite. All right, we're making copper wire. We're not making iron plates yet, though. What's going on here? Oh, it's because Yeah, there we go. So that should start soon. These are too slow to grab the calcite on the way in. And these aren't getting much iron. All right. Oop, I saw some iron happening. Nice. Oh, because they're stack inserters, so they're going to take forever to actually start dropping things on. And that's by design, stack inserters, so that it's got more buffer. All right, we're getting bullets made, and they're actually being distributed. All right, nice. We're getting somewhere. We've eaten up basically, well, a lot of the meteors. We're dropping some carbon. Wow, we are already full on carbon, huh? We don't need any more carbon at all? Are we sure? No more carbon? Well, no more carbon needed. Cool. Great. Well, nice. Guess that's all we needed. We really don't need a lot of carbon, huh? So dump the excess overboard, I guess. Copper, yeah, we're not gonna need much copper. I need to get some efficiency 3 going. What do we got on novice here where we can make some modules? Do I dare just make those with buffer chests? That seems really silly to do. And yet, it is nice to just have the bots do it for us. All right, I'm gonna do the laziest module setup possible.
I've got a bunch of those.
I'm sure. Wait, hang on. First, let's check. Okay, we are actually making some efficiency modules down here. And some up here. Oh, probably because we needed them for, you know, something. But we're not making them in a electromagnetic plant yet. So let's actually get rid of this. And this. What are these module 1s made for? Ah, for Mark II power armor. Right. And then module 2 is used to make module 3, which is used for literally just being a module 3. Okay. Well, cool. Neat. Okay, then. Requester chest. Requester chest. Do both of these want a provider chest? Do we want to provide both of these? I guess for making Mark II, it would make sense. But mostly it's going straight into Mark IIIs. So let's do it like this. I think. Mark 1 needs that. Mark 2 needs that, but don't request the 1s because they're already right here. And then Mark 3 needs this, but don't request the Mark 2s because those are going to be right here. And that's it. That's the entirety of it. I guess we'll save a little bit of Mark 1s and a little bit of. I don't think we need any Mark 2s realistically. All right, there we go. Ta-da! And it's off. Making Mark 3s finally. Speed would... We could do the same thing with speed modules, too. Can't realistically do the same thing with prod. Let's get rid of this speed module setup now. Oh, well, yeah, this is not a good speed module setup because it's not using electromagnetic plants. But we should put, I guess we should put quality modules, whatever we've got. We don't have much. Looks like quality 2. It's better than nothing. Let's load them up. All right, there we go. That'll give us something to do with all of this extra spoilage. And we'll get a handful of quality ones, which is good. All right, let's see how Star Molsk is doing. Copper is... We're set on copper.
Okay.
We have a lot of bullets. It's good, it's good. I would like to make sure we have a handful of tertiary circumference weaponry. This should cover us for the actual solar system trip, but we're going to be occasionally just sitting in orbit over other planets, and I don't want that to be a problem.
Dubs will hover panic.
Day! Thank you, Day, for the tier 1 sub. 51 months. That is almost a year. Hey, isn't this, isn't tonight the night, or maybe tomorrow? I don't remember exactly. Where things are going out, things are going live for beta testing. I don't remember exactly when that is. Oh, jeez, now what? Uh-oh, Gleba. Intercept. This is why we have so many Spidertrons on Gleba. Is specifically to take care of these problems. I don't get what these guys are doing. Like, they just get stuck on the wall and they're like, oh, well, now I'm just going to break this wall because I don't like it. Prototype dropping tomorrow. Nice. That's pretty exciting. Let's blow these guys up at Celebration. Why do they all have like a 5-pointed hole in their heads? I really don't like that. It's really gross. They all have this weird, I don't know, like a pore or something on their heads. What is it? Actually, I think even the planet has that. Yeah, even the planet has one of those. Is the entire planet of Gleba a pentapod?
Perhaps.
Sound design tonight. Sound is always a weird afterthought for like every project I ever work on. It's like, oh yeah, things need sound. All right, what's the holdup here? Oh, we're out of asteroids. That's the holdup. We turned all of this into ammo, and that's it. I wonder if I should do stack inserters for the ammo. Does that seem reasonable? I can't, because I'm using long-handed inserters over here. I could for the rockets, though. What did this? How did this happen?
Green chips. Green chips.
All right, how's our power? Seen better days. How's our green modules? We have 4 of them. That's not very many at all. But we could use speed modules on the earlier steps to make it go faster. Yes, do it. Make them obscenely fast. Now we're talking. That's probably not great for our power grid. That's fine. We have like 12 nuclear reactors running. I see no potential issues here. All right, I'm gonna have to wedge in some more asteroid collectors. Because we do not have the quality ones I would hope for. And I'm sure that the number of rocket inserts we've got is going to last us like no problem. I have no concerns there. What could go wrong? Don't like that.
I'm sure we're definitely going to need a bunch of crushers, right?
We do. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm making such a overscaled production of these.
Are you getting asteroid collectors too?
I can do the same. I can use the same materials.
Okay,
them,
okay.
so,
You're grinding up the good materials first.
yeah.
I would be more than happy to just have epic tier. Legendary is nice, but it probably won't be necessary. To be fair, nothing we're doing here is going to be necessary. This is all just abundance of
We're definitely
caution.
gonna get a couple of legendaries just because of how the materials are being built.
Right. How am I going to get more asteroids on this thing?
Copper and iron plate. But in what quantity?
Where can I snake this through? Where can I sneak this through? Okay, so this can very easily go through this way. Boom. Easy. Okay, that's more. Over here would also be handy. Is that adjoining? No, that's got one tile gap like that. But this one is a little bit harder to wind around. Okay, so this could go like that. And this like that. Oh, this is some major spaghetti reporting for duty. We'll take it. Any thoughts on first planet to visit? Leaning towards Fulgora. I think either Vulcanus or Fulgora are great choices, personally. Vulcanus is very fun and feels the most normal, like the most approachable out of all three of the starter planets. It's just alternate recipes for things. They're very straightforward to figure out. You find quickly on Vulcanus that some mid-tier things are much easier to get, and some low-tier things are a little bit harder to get, like specifically water. So it makes for a few... It just kind of shifts things a little bit, and then you're working a little bit more with fluids. But for the most part, it's like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of materials here. Some things are limited, but not very limited. And you're not under any major pressure from bugs. Fulgora is very different, in my opinion. And you have to get really comfortable with the idea of throwing things away. Like, just throwing things out into nothing.
I'm still not throwing anything away on...
Oh man, what? Wait, things are at a standstill. Why are they? Oh, it's this again. Oh no, we're backed up on ice, of all things.
I was backed up on holmium ore.
Yeah, it finally happened. Oh
In
man.
fact, I still am.
Oh, nice. Oh, we don't have
But
any.
that's
of
the
those,
thing
do
is,
we?
I don't really know what else to do with holmium plates at this point.
Yeah. It's like, all right. Welp. Gotta throw out some materials, I guess.
Oh, I know what to do with holmium plate. Let's go ahead and fill up that chest with EM plants.
Yeah, and then recycle them. Even Vulcanus, you have to throw some stuff away because you're gonna have, like, it's built up to be kind of a byproduct to intentionally trash. But in some cases, the byproduct might be something you want more than the main product. But either way, it's infinite and free, and it's great. And then Fulgora, you're just getting all these, like, high-tier items for nothing, and you're hurting for the low-tier stuff that's normally free on Novice. And it's weird. But again, there's no major impending threats to, like, push you into making mistakes. And then there's Gleba. Oh, Gleba. Gleba is so weird. It's just really strange. Yeah, every planet you're going to have excess of something, and coming from vanilla 1.1, it's going to feel very strange to just be like, I'm just trashing this. I'm just getting rid of it. Because, like, wait, no, on other planets, I need this stuff. It's like, too bad. It's going to be a while before you have the infrastructure to be able to ship raw stone and not be really concerned about the price of sending a rocket full of just 50 stone. Or however much a rocket of stone is. Gleba is by far, I think, the least beginner friendly. All the recipes are different. They're all using new mechanics. And there's bugs. The only thing Gleba really has going for it is that the resources are completely infinite. Not like on Vulcanus, it's like, oh, well, I'm getting most of my stuff from lava, and then I've got a handful of patches of coal that I occasionally have. No, you don't even have to worry about coal being occasionally, moving. Like, you will mine out patches on Vulcanus. On Gleba, the only thing you can mine out is stone, and you don't really need stone for anything unless you're talking about, like, replacing walls. So I've seen a lot of people basically make Gleba their main base because you can just scale up infinitely. It's a rewarding planet when you finally get it figured out. But, geez, it took a while for us to get there. Okay. Why aren't you getting bullets? Why aren't any of you guys getting bullets? How did this happen? How did this happen? You were supposed to get bullets, and you don't have bullets. Yeah, no problem. Again, that's just my experience with it. I'm sure some people would prefer it quite a different way. Oh, I bet I had a gun turret there in the first draft, and then when I pasted the blueprint over, it just didn't delete that gun turret. Should I stack insert the bullets just to get a higher backfill? Maybe. It could be done like this. So now I'm not getting any more bullets because I'm out. Well, we've got full thrusters. I could get this thing moving. And it would definitely get some asteroids on the way. Or it could blow up. Horribly. I only have 3 asteroid collectors for this massive rocket. Which is really, really silly.
That doesn't make much sense.
What do you mean? Look, Germdov, if I wanted to squeeze in more asteroid collectors, I would have to take out, like, a railgun or a rocket launcher. And I don't think we're prepared for that. Actually, this rocket launcher here would be a really good one to take out. A very good candidate. Assuming this will not... what is the shooting point on this? I don't understand. I'm very scared of the railgun. The railgun has me concerned. Alright, I'm going to move it. I'm going to move the railgun a little bit in hopes that I can not shoot the asteroid collector to death. Like, how far back do I need this thing? Let's go with that far back. Okay, that looks fine. That looks great, even. Okay, there we go. More asteroid lines. Now we have 5 asteroid collectors. You can't tell me that's not enough.
That's not enough.
You can try it. Well, if they're really good asteroid collectors. Nothing's loading into that turret. Which one? This one's fine. This one's fine. I mean, there's nothing loading into these rocket turrets yet because we're just just don't have anything to produce rockets with yet. What are we waiting on for rockets? Water? Water. Right, I never hooked up the water. I still don't have any water, but I'll get some water soon. I should just fly this around for a little bit. Just go to Vulcanus for a little bit. See what happens. Immediately breaks everything. We can always rebuild. The hard part's done. It's designed. All right, let's see how well these bullet pushers are gonna do. So we're getting pretty good speed, 140.
That's faster than I expected.
Yeah, same.
Are you maintaining your fuel?
No, that's not even like that's just going full on. Just send it full send.
Mean, are you creating more fuel than you're expending?
Oh, probably not. But we do need to add a little condition here, don't we? Let's see, you've got one on PB&J. I'm going to learn how that works and copy it. Ugh, never mind. What is this?
It
Oh,
can be
no.
made a lot simpler if you don't want to have it handle multiple locations.
Yeah, I think all I want is to say...
If you just want to say fly at this speed, read the speed from the hub and say only activate if it's under that speed.
There you go. Okay. Oh, geez. Some bugs found our solar panel. Oh, wait. Now, are they nice bugs or...
They're bugs that are under the influence of artillery.
Ah, that's what I was wondering. It's like, why are they coming? Ah, yes, the artillery. A wonderful time. You know what? Honestly, it means you don't have to protect as much of your pollution cloud with artillery. Pop. Do we need some artillery damage bonuses?
It's a lot before it's actually useful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because right now it's two-shotting?
Yeah.
And, like, barely two-shotting, so we'd have to double the damage. Yeah, that does sound like a pain. Okay, so I want a whatchamacallit. A decider. Jeez, I'm gonna have to run a line all the way around. Have we made any rockets yet? Like even one? I don't see even a one rocket made yet. No products finished. We're just waiting on... Oh, because this doesn't have water either. I'm doing great. I'm batting 1,000.
Oh, what a mess this is.
You making messes, Germdove? Ooh, yeah. You know what? That is in my experience, that is the quality experience is, oh
yeah.
No, what have I done? This
So
is
I've got like
terrible.
5 of each crafter.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah. It's like normally you just want to have one row of making something, but now it's like now you have to have 5 rows and you don't know what you're going to get each step. It's a real mess. It's a real mess. Vulcanus does seem like the place to do it, though, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Go to Novice. Go ahead and burn all that fuel out.
I'm also getting down to the wire on my quality modules.
Oh, yeah? Which way are we going? Where are we going to? I thought I told you to go to Novice. Go to Novice. Alright, whatever. It's fine.
This has been so much work, but I think it's going to be paying off in the number of higher quality things that get made.
Yeah. Alright, bullets are fine. Okay, good. At some point I did wind up getting a stack inserter. Good. I don't know where it came from. Got it in the nick of time. See, I'm a little bit worried about how much coverage we don't have on the back. I'm not expecting us to need railgun coverage on the back, but it would be nice to have bullets and explosions covered just around the perimeter a little bit. Not huge, you know, doesn't need to be a ton, but we are getting peppered. Yeah, this will help. It's a little silly, but it will help. Just a few bullets. To help. Also, maybe some repair packs would be good. Why are you unloading? Why are you unloading? Dang it, I told it to unload, apparently. Great. Cool. Alright, so let's take out some of these so we can make room. For some bullet coverage.
25. I do not have 25 of any module.
Not even a single module. Unbelievable. Alright, so that'll cover us as far as this. Oh, I need to turn these... I need to make sure that all of these are only tackling smalls and mediums, right? Yeah, these guys handle the bigs. Okay, target mediums. And smalls.
Oh no.
Hmm? Everything's fine, right?
Yeah.
Look at this nice
I just am
big
not
wall.
following my format.
My format. Look at this nice big wall of turrets right at the front of the ship, so that asteroids just get popped as soon as they get within range. It's really nice and satisfying. Okay, I need to find a better place for these solar panels for now. A lot of little spots we can just wedge them in. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay, right around here, and then just in case, the final one will be way over here. And we'll do the same for what do you call it? What do you call it? Turret, rocket turrets. Donkey Kong. Jungle Beat. All right, there we go. How do I get rockets on here too? That's the big question. No, that's very doable. Very, very doable.
This is not right.
Whoa.
That's better.
Okay, there we go. That's going to be some rockets. And then we want to repeat somehow from here. Okay. This is doable. Definitely. Oh, that's some spaghetti. That's some delightful spaghetti. There we go. All right. So now we can get rockets so that we will be able to, if for whatever reason we want to, we can stay in orbit at Aquilo. Cannot fathom any guess as to why we would ever want to do that with this ship. Unless perhaps we wanted to visit the shattered planet for some reason.
Oh, I ran out of recyclers.
Classic. There we go. All set. Because I don't want to waste a ton of ammo on these very distant ones, but sometimes you gotta. All right. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, right. This. Oh, what do you mean you can't reach that? Way over there. All right, what can I clip this to? What dumb thing am I gonna do here? Oh, duh. Just another one. There we go. Easy. Read speed. V. All right. If V is less than 100, let's say, then output go. Only go if go. All right, let's go. Travel, collect asteroids, build your stockpile. Ah, so it does get its acceleration going quite a bit. Oh, so it kind of bounces around 100. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Oh, you're probably missing ice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll just go to Aquilo. I could reprocess. Actually, now that I have a backed up copper lane, I can actually read in how much is too much copper. Iron is probably not ever going to be an issue. Oh, I ran out of fuel. Cool. And I'm out. We're bone dry. Reprocess metallic.
You should probably have not just advanced calcite processing, because you're going to need a lot more ice than you are calcite.
Right, right. Okay, so I need to be able to read how much calcite I currently have, which is not, actually I'm not backed up on calcite yet, weirdly. It will eventually back up, but I don't want to go crazy on that yet, on these circuit conditions. But I could definitely see the final version of this being a mess of circuits.
Mm-hmm.
But once things
Is this
back
all
up
solar?
better. Currently, yeah, this is all running on solar right now. Pretty hard to believe with these like 10 foundries.
Yeah.
They're not running full time at least, but they're not even moduled yet. And all these beacons, which beacons use power even when they're not doing anything. They don't have an off state. Yeah, get some more ice. Why not?
Alright, let's do it. Let's just store the holmium ore.
Yeah.
Because it's going to back everything up.
Store the ore. Star Molsk is go. Well, actually, it's getting there. It's going places now. Skimping on the calcite is definitely helping. Yeah, right now we are just dumping copper overboard. And that tells me we want to do more regular metallic and less of the copper metallic.
The only thing you're ever going to use copper for is railgun ammo, right?
Mm-hmm. Which means that right now we're not using it. I may end up manually adjusting these crushers as we need, because with all these very visible belts, it's not too hard to read at a glance what we're low on. or what we have a surplus of, which is helpful. Hey, we've made it to Vulcanus. That's some good news right there. We're making bombs even. We're making railgun ammo. We haven't put any on the belts yet, but we are making it. Oh, this isn't even getting the asteroid chunks onto the line. Well, that's silly. Okay, well that's a lot more chunks in the bank. Oh, iron is backed up. I'm assuming low power. Yeah, okay. Although, actually, that's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to go to Vulcanus with this ship, is better solar. Oh, I'm getting modules from Vulcanus. I didn't even think about that. Oh wait, that's probably not a good thing, because now everything's going to be soaking up tons of power. Oh no. Oh no.
Because there's no efficiency
There's
here.
no efficiency. Oh, what have I done? Well, at least it's just like the inserters. Oh, these slow asteroid grabbers here.
It's okay, you don't really need to grab asteroids.
I mean, like, I've actually got decent amounts of fuel built up now. Get some more solar panels out. It's not helping. Things are trying to run way too fast right now. You know what? Let it go. Let it run. Let's let it just do its thing. Oh, I'm not getting the iron to the oh, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, it's not hard to do, but it won't be perfectly balanced the way I want it to be. But I can still do this. Oh, wait, no, that's not... never mind. That's not how I wanted that. I was hoping that would do a different thing, but it didn't. Oh, and this doesn't even come out on the side of the belt I thought it would come out on. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. So I think this would work. There we go. There we go.
What is this? Steel. Ugh.
Steel. The worst.
Well, no, steel's just fine. It's just...
I'm
already using it elsewhere in the process, and I wonder if I can just steal from there.
Do what from there? It's dumb. It's dumb. Alright. Kind of maintaining here. We're making rockets, finally. I could stack rockets. I should stack rockets. It would give us such a huge backlog of rockets. All right, I need to take this thing back to Novice because we need those efficiency modules. Actually, once I get enough built up, I could just send this whole thing to Aquilo to pick up the fusion reactors and railguns. Oh wait, actually PB&J probably picked up
Electric
those already.
engines. Low density structures.
PBJ has the railguns.
Oh, I should probably use long-handed inserters.
Just need to make the reactors.
Means I don't need to even worry about a belt. Perfect.
Oh, look at that. What's the deal here? Waiting on carbide. Okay, Aquilo is waiting on carbide to make more. We got actually quite a few processors, which is nice.
Carbide like tungsten carbide?
Yeah.
Lousy with it on Vulcanist.
I know, that doesn't help much on Aquilo. Yeah, go ahead and make another couple reactors.
Where is the low density? Where did I put it? Here it is.
Beep
It's so
boop.
colorful.
A rainbow of low density structures. Eh, it's alright, I guess. Plastic. Oh, I see some legendary plastic there. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
7 of them. Ooh. And you only need 5 to make the LDS. And we take the LDS, and things happen with it. This is delightful spaghetti you have over here.
It is such a mess.
Spaghetti is beautiful.
If I had done this with just like making the individual products or the individual intermediates that I needed on like separate little sections and then tried to combine it all together, it would have been cleaner.
Right.
But
Efficiency modules are on the way. How is this little
Yeah. Could you have done something like this?
Impossible.
To filter out the different
Ooh, epic speed.
qualities.
Simply can't be done.
I think that my approach of throwing it in boxes is fine, just because the higher quality is in such low supply.
Oh, these are still speed out. What the? Oh my goodness. Get these upgraded. Not even that? Oh, right. Get these upgraded.
Oh, we've got legendary beacons.
Oh, well, that happened. Well, that just happened.
We got 3 of them right now.
Nice. Right. Let's do this first. And then do this after it swaps these out. Alright, well that's going to improve the lab throughput significantly, of course. Oh gosh, look at that uptick in our science suddenly. Oh jeez. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, yeah, it's fine. It's alright, I guess. Jumped up from 500 to 680, 690. Can we get to can we hit 700? There it is, 700. All right, that's good. That's good. Prod modules.
I am going to use that therein.
19 of the tier 3s and Oh, so we might have this.
I think the chest idea still works to keep a storage of them.
Nice. Oh, we've drained our purple. We've drained our purple science. Production science is low right now. From what? I have ingredients short. Oh, from lousy inserters. That is a hilarious bottleneck. These old yellow inserters can't keep up. There we go. That should help purple science along quite nicely. Oh, that LDS productivity will give us a little bit of a leg up. You know what? I'm gonna switch us over to plastic again, just because we got a surplus of green right now, and I don't want it all spoiling. All right, Star Molsk. You got those efficiency? Yeah, you do. Oh, production looks much better. Hilariously, all it took was just stuffing a bunch of efficiency modules and everything, and we're doing great. Just doing fine now. Well, I guess we need to recycle some carbonic as well.
Okay, where did I put this?
Those bugs are not happy about the artillery for some reason.
I don't understand it.
The nerve of them. All right, Star Molsk has rockets. Good, good, good. And then those rockets are being emptied out onto here to make sure that, yeah, that these have rockets. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's where all the rockets are going pretty much.
Okay, that pipeline is probably too long now.
Nice, nice.
It'll be fine. Oh, this is gonna break, isn't it?
Oh no, you miss. I remember playing through Farewell and like getting to that last room and being like, I wasn't even streaming it. I was just having so much fun with the game. I was like, I have to keep doing this. This is so good. And I stayed up late to finish Farewell. It was very fun.
I didn't realize I was at the end until much later than I should have.
It was a very long final room. And like one of the first times it ever calls you out on dying a lot. I don't think there's any other room in the game that uses that mechanic of triggering an event after dying a certain number of times. It's good. It's good. All right, I gotta call it. Star Molsk is almost fully operational.
I've got crushers being built.
Yeah. This is good. This is good.
Oh no, I forgot the quality modules.
you've just been building and disassembling crushers for like the past 30 minutes.
Well, no, I'm getting uncommon and up,
Uh-huh.
but I could be...
Could be getting some rares. Maybe even some epics.
No, I mean, nothing is coming in that's lower than uncommon in the way of materials.
He's gonna go for 202. I bet he could go for 202. This ship, I feel like this brings a lot of happiness to Turtle, this particular space platform.
Do you think that?
I do think that. I think he really loves it. You know, you can hide the entire UI with Control Shift F4. The F4 makes it sound like a little bit of a dangerous shortcut, but it does actually work.
Oh no, it's making legendaries with quality modules.
Oh no. Well, all right. Saving. Wow, I'm on Gleba. Great. Quitting.
I finally feel like I accomplished something tonight.
Yeah.
And at least I started with nothing and finished an entire process.
Yeah. Dying.
And it can also do asteroid grabbers.
Yay! I want the good ones. That'll be good. I think what I really need is get a nice surplus of rockets on Starmolsk. Take it to Aquilo to pick up the fusion drive and plenty of fusion cells, and then it might be ready. I guess the at some point we gotta swap out who's got the rail guns, because I think those are on PB&J.
They're where?
They're on PB&J. PB&J picked them up from Aquilo to bring them to Novice, but I don't think I ever dropped them off.
Oh.
So I just need to get those transferred.
They're still on there.
They're just sitting there, not being used.
Going around in the circle.
And we've got railgun ammo now and everything. It's going to be quite effective. Gosh, we're basically there.
Was Starmolsk able to go to Aquilo already? Or has it gone?
I don't think it has enough
yet?
rockets backed up. It needs a lot more rockets backed up before it can do that.
I'm looking forward to seeing the railguns.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a really big side buffer of rockets that lead down to some lower turrets that are just for when we're sitting around in orbit near Aquilo. Those are not great, but necessary perhaps. I could probably cut the buffer size down pretty well by, instead of using belts all the way, use a bunch of long-handed inserters.
Yeah, that actually would probably be a really good idea.
But I'm also using the same belt for bullets on the side. And that actually gets used a lot more because I'm frequently in orbit around like Vulcanus and stuff with it. We're beating the game this week, I think.
It's exciting.
That is bittersweet.
Yeah.
This has been a very enjoyable playthrough. This lasted for almost 2 months now. Of like every stream that I've done for almost 2 months has been Factorio, and there's, you know what? There's a lot of chat that I miss, and it will be nice to see them again. But this has been very fun.
On to Minecraft next.
I gotta get back to game dev. I have so much to do. I gotta get back to Bomberman 64.
You can skip that one.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.